Hello there.
General
Hello, everyone.
Petrol.
Welcome to our show. This is the Jedi Archives, and today, as you can see, we are reviewing Star Wars High Republic Shadow of the Starlight, Issue 4. My name's Jonathan.
I'm Mike.
And I'm Bryce.
All right, let's just get right into this. This is the final issue of the Shadow of the Starlight, which we're all like, takes you with, I guess, our main characters of the comics and shows you what they're doing for the past year. So it's been a really good read so far, and now we follow the main protagonist, Marchion Ro.
So here we go. It says Marchion Ro wins. The final glimpse of the lost year of the High Republic is revealed. As we follow the Eye of the Storm himself, Marchion Ro, from his greatest triumph, the destruction of the Jedi fortress known as Starlight Beacon, to the many trials that came after. And here's the main cover. That's the one that I have.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see he's got that pilfered saber. Looks nice.
Lodens.
Here's the variant. Yes.
That's a nice one. I like that one. It's kind of like that card they made. There's a one cover, I think the last issue or the 2-issue one. It's kind of similar to that art. That's really
the
clean.
Eye of the Storm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's a nice one. I like his fur. And then here's with the General V's.
AKA Skeletor.
Yes.
That's the cover I have. That's the variant that I have.
She's tough, though. She's tough.
Yeah, and obviously the last time we read about her was Phase 1 against Porter Engle, and I do find that she's in the occlusion zone along with Porter Engle that I think maybe we'll get a nice little showdown. That would be kind of cool.
Yes. Spoiler alert. How did you know that? Did you already read that, Bryce? Or were you predicting the showdown?
I'm predicting. What are you talking about? That hasn't taken place. It's a prediction.
It has taken place.
In Phase 1, not Phase 3.
Oh, that's right.
Did it happen in Phase 1? When did it happen in Phase 1?
When they were on that planet, and then she was a hired gun by the one faction because the daughter was behind the thing. That's why it was.
That's
the Iliad and the Odyssey vibes. It was
that was Phase 1. That was Phase 2.
Well, you know what I mean. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
Phase 2, but it was. Obviously a prequel to Phase 1.
Yeah,
it didn't. Now
prequel.
we're here in Phase 3, and
is young Porter Engle, and when he does that thing with the saber, it just destroys them all.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
They both are old now, and in the twilight. So I would be cool if that fight happened again.
Right. And here's another variant, black and white, virgin cover. That's pretty cool. I like the pencil ones, or what is it, pencil and ink, because you see all the detail.
Mm-hmm.
Then here's.
I wish I had this one. I like this one a lot because it's that grain with just the yellow saber and the red eye.
It's pretty clean.
That is nice.
There's
there ever any claws too.
There was a Shadows of Starlight 3 with Burry on it. That was like this one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember that was clean too.
And this is the same issue, but virgin.
Yep.
So no lettering.
Very
so they did 3 different ones. They just did the like the inked, and then the color, and then obviously the virgin cover.
I didn't get any of the cool variants, man. I feel left out.
What are you talking about? I got Skeletor.
I didn't get to any of the cool ones.
I just got the main cover. Which was your favorite?
The second to last.
Second to last?
Yeah.
This one. Oops.
Nope. The one right before that one. With the logo.
With the logo?
Yeah. With the logo.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's my favorite too. I wish I had that one. But I don't know if that was a 1 in 25 or like a 1 in 50.
I think I like this one best of all.
That one's clean too. Yeah, I like that one too.
Actually, this is kind of the same one, but a different art style because like he has that his ever any hand up with his claws.
Yeah,
it's similar. It's very similar to this one, just a different art style. Yeah. All right, so those are the variant covers. It's pretty cool. We have those, and then in this issue we have our characters are Eye of the Nile, Markion Ro, Abadiah V's, Arathab Fall, Bulin, and then Girastaros, the disgraced senator.
It's a kind of a short roster, really. From this, we can get into it, but it's really just him building his cabinet. That's kind of how I picked that.
Essentially,
Right.
yeah, essentially.
Yeah.
Building his own version of the Republic.
Yeah.
And also Gira finding out she has some pull in
Yes.
with the Nile. Mm-hmm.
Well,
That was
finding out that Markion doesn't really want to get into the minutia, kind of. He's like, "You want me to do all this?" She goes, "No, I'll do it."
Yeah, she just wants him to
Oh,
rule.
she'll gladly do it, right? Because she's definitely a senator. You know, she still has that drive in her. She's driven.
Yeah, I want to
so
kind of
those
see
are-
how that plays out, whether she's really actually loyal to him or she's only loyal to him because she's there.
Well, I think she's loyal to him so that she can get power, and he's helping her get power.
True.
She's kind of like a mini emperor in her mind. That's what I think. Like she's trying to find ways to climb to the top, and
Yeah, I thought it was interesting though. When you get into the book, like the first couple panels, like what it said, like the week after, and that was like 2 weeks, 3
And then
weeks,
5
1
weeks.
month.
right.
But you saw like the crowds in front of him dwindle and dwindle and dwindle because at that point they were starting to not have a purpose.
Right.
And the Nile have always been raiders. They've always had missions. They've caused chaos, and for the first time, like they didn't have anything to do.
Yeah, I mean,
Right.
it's when they win. What do you do after you win? So it's kind of like, well, what do we do now?
Well, you know what?
Yeah.
They were based on distributing spoils, right? So it would go out raiding, marauding, bring back the spoils, and split it up. And then all of a sudden, there's like no more of that. It's like, what's
Right.
going on?
Also,
So
kind
that
of
was-
takes away more of the pirate thing and moves more into almost like a military thing. Pirate thing was very, like you said, hit and run, get what you can, and you kind of live on the seat of your pants. And now you're kind of like you're more of this. They become this military thing. They have to watch their border. They have to govern these planets. So it gets a little probably mundane for some of these people who don't like order.
Which
Right. Well, I think
Kinda
they're trying to
like-
build their state. They're trying to build their state, right? Like their own, their own empire.
which kind of leads up into like what Jonathan was saying. It was about the not having order or moving to that military thing. Well, chime in. Here comes General Vice. We see her and we see that Markion's bringing the Gaze Electric to their planet. It's heavily fortified, the city that they're trying to conquest. And here General Vice realizes I have an opportunity to, pledge my loyalty, and, turns her back on the place that she's called home for we don't even know how long she's been there. And then now is trying to convince Markion Ro that I can help you build a military.
Yeah. It's definitely a new way of life for the Nile.
Mm-hmm. It is a transition. So they're
Yeah.
in transition right now.
Obviously,
All right.
I don't think it boats well, right? One way or another. I don't think it boats well, but it's be interesting how it plays out because he's not all about this. I rule and politics and all that stuff.
I think that's a little bit the same thing with him. He was really about proving himself. He proved himself, and I was like, well, what am I doing
What
now?
now?
I don't know nothing. Yeah, so you can see he's very, I don't know. Still, I don't. Yeah,
But I think he also recognizes a sort of a threat from Girastaros when he saw that she had
Maybe.
some voice with the people. Well, she definitely recognizes that she can be a threat to him, so she has some pull. She's not afraid of him anymore, not as much.
That's true.
So,
I did. We get a lot of FaceTime with Markion without his armor on, so it's pretty cool to see that a lot. So I was really happy we saw that. And then I think this might have been one of the first times we actually got to see what's it called, the Gaze Electric. I don't know, has it been in all the comics before? Because I just remember when it was first described, it's supposed to be described more like a castle. That doesn't look like a castle.
I think we got it first in the books, but I think it's been in the comics.
I don't know, because it really caught me off guard, because it was always described as a floating castle type thing. And honestly, it looks like the Voyager from Star Trek. I say like, that's Voyager. It doesn't look like a castle. So that caught me a little off guard. It's supposed to be this massive castle.
I think the interior is like a castle.
I remember they saying it was like coming out of a storm and this floating castle. That's what I always thought it was. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe I interpreted that wrong. But that just looks like almost looks like one of the ships from the Katana fleet. Just this round type of sphere. Not much to it. So it did catch me off guard when I saw it. I was like, wow, that's the Gaze Electric. Because every time I've read the books, I've envisioned this giant floating armored fortress type thing. So it catch me off guard a little bit.
Oh, look, going back to General V's, when she does present herself like to be in charge of his army, how is that when she shows off all those lightsabers?
Yeah, that was kind of
that was pretty awesome, right?
It was kind of her selling point. Like, what do I want to trade her for? And she's like, well, check out this.
Yeah, look what I can do, you know.
He gave her full flash, and it's like she had 7 lightsabers.
Yeah,
and 2 of them look pretty clean. 2 of them are like the real High Republic cross guards. So those are nice. I want those too.
Yeah.
You know what? Oh my God, Mike, you're not going to believe this. The one first to her left, I guess, center one off to our right. That is the pieces of a Savi lightsaber. I have those exact pieces.
Oh my God, you're right.
That is a Savi's lightsaber. I have all those pieces. That's so cool. That is so I just got there now. They just introduced Savi's that's so cool. Piece by piece. Piece by piece. Even though it's funny because those aren't the same set. The top, the bottom piece, and every piece but the bottom handle is from the same set. And then that set, I think, is from like the Power and Control set. Dude, that's blowing my mind. That's so cool.
That is cool.
Anyway, sorry to derail us, but that was cool.
No, that is really cool.
So Gaze Electric, I think, appeared in High Republic Adventures number 6 in 2020.
So it has been. I remember it was always in the books, obviously, because it was a big thing. And it could be commanded by a very small crew. I remember that too. Like Markion, wanted to leave everyone else, just like him most of the time. Or he had droids helping him crew or something. I remember that, but
let me take that back. That was in Star Wars Adventures, not High Republic Adventures. So it was actually out. That's
why first time I ever saw it, like digital, physical. That's why that book caught me off guard. All right, one thing I did notice. This might be a throwback to a Dave Filoni thing, but Gira on page, I think it was like page 3 or 4. I don't know if you guys ever watched Dave Filoni's other shows. He did The Last Airbender and stuff. That the silhouette of her right there is a dead ringer for Korra. I don't know if you guys know who Korra is from the Legend of Korra. I actually thought that was her. I was like, that is her. Same color outfit, same hairstyle, same armbands, everything. And I thought that was her. I was like, is that Korra? Like, no. So that I don't know if it's a throwback to that. I mean, I don't know how much Dave Filoni has in charge of this, but that really was kind of cool to see. I've seen that character before in a different story.
Cool.
But yeah, pretty much the whole comic, he's just building his cabinet. He brings on the general to, I'm assuming, to help sort his army. And then
he also wants to grow his expansion zone too, right?
he doesn't have full control over the systems within.
Yeah, there's that one planet that he ended up taking because of her. But
and I think Ryloth was mentioned as well.
They're
So I'm
in
not
the
sure if he
expansion
has.
zone.
Yeah, so I'm not sure if he has full. And obviously, the thing with the huts has gone bad.
yeah,
Right. But they're expanding the net, and that's how other planets came into the expansion zone. So even though he doesn't have like political control, he is expanding his
empire, I guess.
his empire, right, or his wherever he has to keep
Well,
the Jedi
So
out.
here's a question: who would you closely put him as far as like? So he's obviously like in a way he's kind of like a conqueror, right? Like, is he Genghis Khan?
That's what I was thinking.
Is he Alexander the Great? Like try to think where would he fall like in that kind of thing. Like I feel like Genghis Khan's probably the closest one.
That's what I was thinking too, Genghis Khan. But plus, he's young, so he still has to grow into his. Well, most conquerors were young too.
Yeah, Alexander the Great was young.
Yeah, but I got a feeling like Genghis Khan. I don't know.
I definitely get that vibe from all of them. Like, yeah, he's just trying to prove his worth. Really, I think that's what it comes down to. Is like his dad didn't care for him much, and he felt like the Jedi didn't care for the Jedi. Like, we're the power. And he's like, no, I'm the power. So it's really any of those conquerors that was really focused on them. I feel like that was it's about. And
so
we did get we did get a mention of Porter Engle in this issue. There's just a mention, which is like, and it's funny because it's passed right over him. It says, "Oh yeah, Mark Young was seen here." Not Mark Young. Porter Engle was seen here. I think I said 5 months after, and then like the very next page, we're already past. I'm like, "Oh, what happened? Does he find him? What happened?"
What's funny is Markion acknowledges that he knows that Porter Engle is here, and it almost sounds like he knows exactly where he's at. He just doesn't care.
Yeah,
he doesn't care because that's not part of his vision. But yeah, Porter Engle was there because Porter Engle met up with what's her name? With the the Marshal of Starlight,
Avar.
Avar. So Porter Engle rescued Avar. Remember?
No.
In the novel, so in the book,
Falling Star.
I haven't finished reading the book.
You haven't finished reading the Fallen Star?
No, I haven't finished reading it. It's been out a while, so I don't blame you for saying anything.
Because that's where there was that's where Porter and General V's met up again.
Oh, okay. So this is definitely alluding to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she's kind of like got her sights set because that was one Jedi that she hasn't been able to collect anything from.
Oh, she's got a personal vendetta. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's very personal. So I think it's unfortunate that these comics were delayed because they fell out of sync with the novels, with the whole timeline.
Yeah.
But it's cool. I still enjoy it. So wrapping it up, you guys. Any last things you guys?
Well, I was going to say the other member of his cabinet, real quick, is Bulan. Do we?
Oh, Baron Bulan.
We haven't talked about Bulan. He's kind
Is he from anything else? Is this first time he's mentioned?
No, he's. I think he was in something else. I don't know if it's High Republic related.
Oh,
but I thought Baron.
He was in Cataclysm and Path of Vengeance. Bulan's in both of those books. So he's in Lydia Kang's novel Cataclysm. Remember that one? But he's also, his first appearance was in Kevin Scott's Path of Vengeance. Kevin Scott, by the way, he's my bestie, you know.
Tell me the story of that, Mike, so I can understand.
So Kevin posted a picture. They were all at Disneyland, and he posted a picture with the whole, dream team.
The writers,
Millennium Falcon, right? And they were sitting at that table, the Dejeric table.
Yeah.
And I saw the picture, like, he needs little figures. So I photoshopped it. I swiped it off his Instagram. I photoshopped the little figures, and I messaged it to him like, "Oh, you guys needed some figures." And then he posted on his page and he tagged me, and then he was like, he wrote back and he was like, "Oh, thanks," and it was really cool. And then he put me on his story. I'm like, "What?" And he was tagging me on all his posts. That's pretty cool.
That's cool. I didn't quite understand. I'm like, Mike, did you take this picture? I don't understand why he's thinking.
I know. It's like I took the picture, right? Because he mentioned.
Yeah, I really didn't understand. I was like, did Mike take the picture? I was hanging out with him and didn't let us know. Like, I'm really confused.
I took it from his Instagram.
Hulin was in Path of Deceit.
I read all those books, and I don't remember him at all.
Yeah, he was in Path of Deceit too, but his first appearance was in Path of Vengeance.
So there's no Path movies.
That was right at the end of Phase 1. That was the last.
Yeah, that's the last book.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, so he's going to kind of become the science administrator.
He is the Minister of Advancement.
They actually gave it a title? Okay.
Yeah. And he is familiar with the Nameless.
Yeah, he knew him right away when he said, "I have a biological weapon against the Nameless." He's like,
obsessed.
He was
with the Nameless.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, let's do final thoughts. It was good. It was quick. Definitely a lot of time, showing time. Not nearly as involved as the other ones, but he had nothing to do really. I mean, he just sat there, kind of waited for things to plan out, and almost he didn't go looking for these people to join his camp. It kind of just happened. Like they went to attack a planet. This person showed themselves to be a worthy employee. And then the other one, he took over. It was a prison, and they just happened to scroll through and see that one. So it's kind of good things come to those who wait, I guess. So definitely excited to see where this is going with Markion.
Yeah, I think it was a really great issue, a great closing to the 4-issue series. Very exciting to see what's coming up next. He's definitely putting together his Legion of Doom, and we can see that forming. So I really like seeing all the story, how it's unfolding. So I'm looking forward to what's up next. And I like that ending where it says, "Not the end," right? Because it's just the beginning for.
Right. I think, it's really going to kick off in High Republic number 5, which hasn't been out yet.
Mm-hmm.
I guess Holocrons. I give it 3.5. I liked it
for this issue or for the series.
Oh, the series. Definitely the series is good as a whole. I want to give it. I'll give it 4 Holocrons. I really liked it.
Wow,
he's up there.
He sure is.
He's starting to let the light side come in.
I give it 4.5 Holocrons. I really like this series. I like it because it's short, so only 4 issues. I like those because you get through them fast, and I like where it's going. So I want more. So it left me wanting more. So 4.5 Holocrons.
For me, I would say this issue was a 4. It seemed a little longer read than the other ones. And just a lot of world building. So it was solid all the way around, and I think that the series overall, I probably give it probably a 4.5 as well for the whole thing. I think it was pretty solid overall with the different arcs with Yoda and with Avar and Elzar, and then you had Birdie coming back. Mm-hmm. You've got Markion Rowe and what he's been doing. So now it's going to be the culmination, starting really with issue number 5 of the High Republic. So be prepared.
My very final thought on this. I like this format. I like catch us up, a couple of issues, each character. It's I'm sure they've done it before, but not something you see too often. I like it for catching us up. I really enjoyed it. I wouldn't mind a few more like this. So I do like this format, and I really enjoyed it. Sometimes it's better than trying to keep track of where we're at and all these different stories, going through a bunch of different books. So,
Right. Yeah, because there's a lot of reading, and so with so many different books and novels and comics, it's hard to keep track. So
yeah.
I appreciate that too. All right, so there's a ticker tape. Please be sure to like Star Wars Celebration Japan 2025 Facebook page, and shout out to our sister pages.
Star Wars Comic Book Club and Star Wars Book Nerds.
Mhm.
Appreciate
Be
them
sure
as
you're
always.
following us on YouTube at Virtual Cantina Network, on Instagram at virtual.cantina network, on X, formerly Twitter, at Cantina Virtual, on Threads at virtual.cantina network, on Hive at Virtual Cantina, and on TikTok at Virtual Cantina.
And please, please comment, like, subscribe. Those are the big ones. But really comment. Mike loves talking to you guys. I can be either way, but Mike loves it, and he'll let us know if you guys have something cool to say. And please, please comment and let your friends know.
I'll respond to your comment.
All right. So yeah, for you guys, may the force be with you.
May the force be with you.
I'm not going to say it, but may the force be with you. I'll just go like this.